The best you're ever going to be following somebody else's best practices is a good number 2. Best as I can tell from your culture and the special thing that you built here, that's not you. You know what your farmers are looking for? You know what your producers and growers want? They want next practices.
How many of you in the room can afford a shoebox? David, this sucks for a lot of these people. We have built in the Giants organization, in the post-Barry Bonds era, we have built a spirit of chemistry in this organization that is incredibly special. If you looked at them on paper, there is no way that they should have won 3 World Series.
Pretty soon, Paul, embedded in the porcelain of your toilet is going to be a keypad. You know what that means, Paul? You're going to have to log on to your own potty, man.
It was a vision. It was visionary thinking that drew a throng of 250,000 people to the steps of the Lincoln Memorial Monument to hear a man talk about his vision with heartfelt passion and poetic eloquence. It was a visionary that put his sports car in a rocket that launched twice the weight of any rocket that's ever been launched, and that thing is now in space. And 2 of the boosters that launched that rocket were landed vertically back on the ground. And his vision is that you and I someday might have a society. We might be talking about PFA on Mars. I want that territory. Right here, buddy. Me, okay? All right. How about if we recruit people who don't suck the life and energy out of people who have taken the time to build an incredibly special, one-of-a-kind, category of one, unique kind of business?
You know, the average engagement doesn't really exist for us because every client is unique. Every client is different. So, no canned presentations. We don't take a one-size-fits-all approach. For us, it's one size fits one. And if you look over the 25 years of our work and read the testimonials, you'll see that clients frequently tell us that they are floored by the level of customization we go to in our presentations. And that's because every journey begins with a process of discovery. Once you book a speech with me, I take a deep dive into your business and into your industry. I want to know how you do what you do. I want to know how you go to market. I want to know how your clients experience what you do. And I want to know how your employees experience your culture and your leadership.
Please understand this. Somebody, somewhere, right now, in your space, is building a new blend of nutrient, a new type of fertilizer, a new technology, a new business model, a new process that is designed to kick your butt.
Many people throughout the course of our leadership summits would come up to me and say, wow, he really did his homework. He really understands our business. He's a 10 on my scale of 1 to 10.
I totally agree. And if there's something higher than a 10, I would give it.
And they could have acted like victims. Because the fact is, they were victims. A player made a stupid choice that infected the rest of the entire team. Right? And so let's be candid here this morning. Sometimes we are victims of the bad choices that others make. Would you agree with that? But I want to tell you something here this morning. Every one of us in this room has a choice of whether or not we're going to be victimized. And what happened with this team is they said, you know what, Melky's gone. We can't do anything about that. That was a bad choice. But this team is not dependent upon one person, and they started to step into the breach, and they played their best baseball of the entire season between August 15th and the World Series that they won in October, because they refused to be victimized. You know, some of you would never, ever let me talk to your children or your spouses the way that you talk to yourself. If I came and said to your kids or your spouse some of the things that you say to yourself, you'd take me out in a heartbeat. Boom! Just like that. But because it's you and it's a voice in your head, you're okay with it. You're not okay with it, you're in pain over it, but you sort of accept it. Guys, I want to tell you, if you're going to refuse to play small, you got to become a hell of a good defense attorney and say, you know what, I hear you, but I'm not playing. We're all going to die someday, right? But it's not dying that scares us, it's dying with a sense of insignificance. It's seeing death lurk over the horizon, marching its way to our doorstep, and we look back over our lives and we're asking the question, did it count? Did it matter? Did I put a mark in the world?